Hello there, my good friends of YouTube. Well, I've come back from the scrapyard, and I thought I'd share some of the bits that I got from there. There was a few bits in the on the actual front of the scrapyard which I couldn't record there because it was quite busy. So the bits that I got from there, I thought I'd make a video and show them you, and show you the bits that I got from around there and what I've cleaned up. That drill that I found, you know, the little tiny bench drill, the little sweet looking thing. Well, I had to leave that. I couldn't bloody carry anything, but I've put it somewhere where it's going to be safe. So next week I'll pick that up and hopefully bring it home and clean it up and check the motor and put a new belt on the top, and hopefully it'll work. So I thought I'd show what I've got now. So here we go. I found a mott, which is a very similar one to the one that I've got up there. Look. Can you see it? The green one? There you go. And this is just about identical. So I brought this one home. He charged me about £4 for this, the bloke did, which was because Chris was on, so he's a nicer bloke, he is. In fact, actually, I think this one might be a bit bigger. No, it does look bigger actually, doesn't it? You can definitely see the difference. They are very similar ones anyway. This one's a lot more wattage. I would say this one's probably about 800 watt, 900 watt. This is probably about 1000 watts probably. It could be wrong, I'd have to double check. Well, they're about the same thickness. But, yeah, anyway, glad I've got that one. Actually, I better put that somewhere in a minute. I'll give it a bit of a clean up because it was a bit dusty. So, what I found around the front of the scrapyard are these ignition coils for a car. These are Renault, these are. These are made by Renault, these, because the Renault's on there. And Motorcroft, this one's, to be honest with you, these look like they've never been used. They are in so much good condition. There's no markings of any... You know, where something's been screwed down, it normally leaves an indentation or some scrapings from the top of the screw or washer, and these are just in immaculate condition. The only marks on this is that where it's been thrown, because it was on a pile of all sorts of bits and bobs. I mean, look at this one. How clean is that? It's immaculate. It's been in the wet. That's why the label was a bit damp. I gave them a bit of a clean up with a cloth, just to get the dust off them, but fantastic condition. This one has this on the top like that. Sorry, like that. I think there's a bit of a spring in there, see if I can get that out. Coming out, you know you want to. Get me long nose in there now. There we go. It's coming out slowly. There we go. Nice piece of rubber tubing. So yeah, so that'll just fit on there like that. Enable it to get to the top of the spark plug when it's pushed on. Korean made Motorcroft. I've got one very similar to this, if I remember rightly. The tops are broken off one of these, so I'm gonna have to double check these with a circuit and see how they run. But yeah, I like these ones. I've not seen any like this. Come on, focusing. There we go. Renault. Sage M. Made in France. There we go. Nice collection. This is a power supply which runs that beacon sounder, and It's 240 volts in just there, and output of 24 volts at 1.3 amps. Pretty cool. You've got a voltage adjust as well, which is good. I like that, the voltage adjust. It fits on the rails in the board. You seen it, didn't you, in the heater, and then in that big oven thing. And I found that contact around the front with these, these are always handy. I'm running a bit short because I need some for me my balance to switch them on and off. This is it's got the extra bit on the top just there, which does remove. You can remove. Oh, sorry, you can remove it. So that bit can be removed off there, but I'll keep it on there because it's pretty good. But yeah, they're always good to have. Found a relay. Got that one of the relays out of that control unit, that oven thing. Got to find a cap which was inside that. I'll show you in that in a sec. And the sounder works. See, what I want this for is for, one sec. Yeah, I've already got one of them. I've got an idea for that. Where are you? Oh bloody hell, where is it? Is it in that one? No. What it is, if I can bloody find it, I've put it somewhere now and I don't know where I've put it. That's heat sinks. No, that's more of my coils, isn't it? Oh, that's me ballast and breakers. It's got to be in here. Oh, bollocks, where have I put it? Well, what it is a washer switch. You know, the same as what Photon was using. And I'll find it in a minute. I've put it somewhere and I can't even find it for my bloody self. Is it in here? No, not in there. So what it is, I've been messing around with this, and I found the right sequence which I want for it to run. So when you press the first button, yeah, the two clicks, the first click and then the second click when you squeeze it. So when I hit the first switch, the first click on the relay, it will get that going, and then of course the second click will start this up, because it's better having no actual physical contact, no actual contact to the whatever you're running. So I'm going to have a pipe coming out the bottom just there and going to a rubber diaphragm thing, a rubber squeezy thing, whatever you want to call it. Do you remember this out of there? Out of that big oven? Give it a bit of a clean up. And it's showing 19 degrees on there. There's the thermostat. The thermostat. Temperature. Flipping mind's gone blank. But anyway, there's a manual for it. I've had a quick look through it, and this thing is like a Bible. Kid you not. There's that much to it. It's just unbelievable. But it's a good thing though that the manual was with it, because it saves having to click through and looking at all different things, thinking, what do half of these things mean? I'm lucky I've got that with it, because that is a lifesaver. See, I have got that one, so I'll never turn away anything like that. I've got that one, and I've got this one which works, which I know how to run. This is quite easy to work out, that one. And I've got that one. So I wanted one of them for the environment in here, so if it gets a bit too cold, it'll automatically switch a heater on, and if it gets too hot, it'll put fans on. So that's the idea that I want anyway. So let me show you this thing. I've got it out there because it was full of dust. I've been blowing dust out of it. So this thing is a Sensormatic. So that's the other side of it. It says antenna there, look. It's got an inline filter just on the input there, and there's a heatsink just there with a load of transistors on it. I'm not sure whether any of those are diodes or MOSFETs, you know. I'd have to have a look. But there's, I like it because of the aluminium box. It's a handy little box to use for something. It's pretty good. That's the lid to it. That's the cap that was out of there, plugged into that port just at the top, just there. If you can see that, you can't see because of the bloody light there. You know, there you go. And I found this round at the front as well. Now I've cleaned it all because this thing was ditched. But the reason why I got it is because of the discs it holds. Now I've got a carrier bag full of these. Well, not actually a carrier bag full, but I've got about 50-60 of these particular discs, and I used to use these many years ago at work, and I used to get quite a lot of discs from work. As you know, you have to have the odd bit of thing from work now and again. But we was allowed to take the odd few home anyway, and I used to keep them, thinking to myself, sometime I'll buy one of these. But I seen it and I brought it home and cleaned it up and plugged it in, and it bloody works. And I'll show you. I'm actually quite chuffed to bits with that, because I didn't expect it to work. Not plugged in. Always make that bloody mistake. So what I'll do, and my dog just coming to see me, bless him. What I'll do, I'll just stick about 80 volts into this thing, because I don't want it spinning up too much, because the disc on this is actually where it's been thrown. God, I keep doing that with the camera, sorry guys. The disc on this one, it's got quite a big piece missing off it, and I don't want that flying off and hitting me in the face. Even though it's got a guard on, it could fly off something else and hit me. So I'll start it up and show you. It's got two settings on this. Whew. God, that stinks. You can smell the dust inside of this thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to strip this thing down and give it a clean, because it sounds like the gears inside of this thing are a bit dry. So I'm going to strip this down and clean all the crap out of it, and to grease up all the gearing in the head. Well, yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I thought I'd share those bits with you. What I'll do, I'll sort out my circuit later on, and I'll try those ignition coil things, ignition coil packs, and make a video of it if I get a good output from those. So thanks for watching, guys. Look after yourselves, be safe, whatever you're doing, and we'll speak again. Bye.